I'm Papa Penguin, and these are my pontifications on the end of American hegemony. America has a free rider problem. The U.S. has funded the defense of the West since the end of World War II, 80 plus years. We spent trillions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of troops, and all kinds of stuff protecting our allies. We have been the big stick for everybody. We spent so much money that a lot of our allies haven't had the need to stand up their own robust militaries, right? They have the United States there to protect them. And instead of having to maintain their own defense infrastructure, they've gotten to spend that money on other things. Um, we can't afford this model any longer, economically or politically. The world, not just the United States, but the entire world is at a crossroads. There's major demographic shifts across the entire developed world. We've got falling birth rates. Youngsters don't want to enter occupations that involve service. They aren't wanting to join the military. They aren't wanting to be police officers, teachers, firefighters, EMTs. They aren't wanting to do these things. Um, and this is not just the United States. This is every country in the developed world. United States, UK, Spain, France, Russia, China, Australia, everybody is having Japan, everybody's having these problems. On top of that, there are significant economic issues the United States is facing. Our most pressing, in my opinion, our most pressing national security threat is BRICS. If BRICS becomes a thing and the dollar loses its status as the world's reserve currency, and we start having to pay our debt in some other form of currency than the dollar, that is going to hurt bad. We also have a spiraling U.S. debt that has become a national security threat. It has to be addressed. We can't keep spending money like we have been, expending resources. What I think we're starting to see is the emergence of a multipolar world. We're going to start seeing regional players having a much larger impact, and there's not going to be the US being the single superpower anymore. But because all of these other countries, China especially, are facing a lot of the same challenges that the United States is, right? They're having the same birth rate problems. They're having the same problems with these younger generations that don't want to enter occupations that involve serving their community. Um, they aren't going to be able to, I think, reach the level of being a major superpower. They're going to be where the U.S. is headed. We're going to be regional players. Now, critics would say, the U.S. doesn't have a money problem; it's got a budget problem, right? That the U.S. just needs to budget its money better. They're missing the point. The American electorate is tired of meddling in foreign affairs. They've watched over the last 80 years, especially these last 20, where there has been nothing but mess after mess after mess, that where we have intervened, exported democracy, whatever you want to call it, and it just ended up making things worse. Just look over our last wars during GWAT over the last 20, 30 years. There is not a single country we have gone into that is better off because of the United States. And we keep making these same mistakes over and over and leaving these same kind of messes over and over. Americans have decided it's time for something new. We can't keep doing the same thing. The free ride's over. Whether the West wants to accept it or not, it's over. And the world better plan for it, or when it inevitably happens, they're going to be scrambling, trying to catch up. So that's what I think. Let me know what you have to say down in the comments. Papa Penguin out.